Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Watson, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is third and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 16.
Let's get off the setup.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Check, 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 check.
And again this time to the tailback. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ready? Right.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
12 more yards there and another first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return. Texans touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We got 4. We got 4.
From the gun, Jackson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simple to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st down, Texans.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, and he rifles one incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Crunch. Light 41.
Jackson now. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Evades him at the 20. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders spinning past him. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Watson. He finds Taylor, complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
19, 53 is mine. Check, 53 is mine. Stay with me. Alert. 53 is the mark. Let's go, D. Check. Fresno. Alert.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
You better be afraid of me. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Third and long. It's Watson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to look deep now for Landry. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Trying to get it to Landry there.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
On second down now, it's Sanders. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Let's get it.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jackson, and they'll get him down up past the 15. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on third down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times. Because
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
when a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
From the 50, it's Watson. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to go up top again. That's caught inside the 20. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play that time for the Ravens. 49 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Once again with Sanders. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive...
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Set, ready, go to base. We want this. Kill.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. He shows you right there he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. 26. 24.
They'll try the air now with Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
That's how we do it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 36-yard penalty.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Landry, the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down, Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, design run for their wideout. Able to slither by. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Houston, that early momentum continues.